In today's world, technology plays a vital role in our lives. Staying connected is easier than ever. This is especially important for seniors who may live far from loved ones. Learning about technology can open up a world of possibilities. It's like learning a new language that allows you to communicate and connect with others. One of the most important tools in the digital age is email. Email allows us to send messages instantly, share photos, and stay in touch with friends and family. It's like sending a letter, but much faster. And don't worry, learning how to use email is easier than you might think. Imagine this. Your grandchild just graduated from college, and you want to send them a heartfelt message and a special gift. You can write a touching email, attach a memorable photo, and even include a digital gift card. With email, you can do just that, instantly. No more waiting days or even weeks for traditional mail to arrive. No need to wait for the mailman or worry about your message arriving on time. Your words and gifts are delivered in a matter of seconds, making the moment even more special. Email allows you to share in these special moments with the people you love, no matter how far apart you may be. You can see their smiles and hear their joy through their replies. Email also helps you stay connected with family and friends who live far away. Whether they are in another city, state, or even country, you can bridge the distance with just a few clicks. You can send regular updates about your life, sharing the little and big moments that make up your days. Share photos of your garden, your latest hobby, or a new recipe you tried. Or simply chat about your day, your thoughts, and your feelings. It's like having a virtual cup of coffee with your loved ones, keeping those bonds strong even across the miles. The warmth of your connection can be felt through every word and image you share. Beyond connecting with loved ones, email is incredibly useful for managing your daily life. Imagine receiving appointment reminders from your doctor directly to your inbox, eliminating the risk of forgetting important dates. With email, you can stay on top of your health, ensuring you never miss a beat. Email also makes it easy to manage your finances and other important matters. You can receive bank statements, pay bills online, and even shop for groceries, all from the comfort of your own home. No more waiting in line or struggling to read small print. Learning to use email is like unlocking a door to a world of exciting possibilities. It can be your gateway to discovering new hobbies, connecting with people who share your passions, and expanding your horizons in ways you never thought possible. Imagine joining an online book club and discussing your latest read with fellow literature enthusiasts. Or perhaps you've always wanted to learn photography. Email gives you access to online courses and communities where you can develop your skills and connect with other aspiring photographers. Now that you understand the many benefits of having an email account, let's talk about choosing an email provider. This is like choosing a mailbox for your digital letters. There are many options available, each with strengths and weaknesses. Some popular email providers include Gmail, Yahoo Mail, and Outlook. Each of these providers offers a free email service, which is perfect for getting started. They also have paid options with additional features if you need more storage space or advanced tools. For this guide, we'll be using Gmail as our email provider. Gmail is a popular choice, especially for beginners, because it's user-friendly, secure, and packed with helpful features. It's like the Swiss Army knife of email providers. One of the biggest advantages of Gmail is its integration with other Google services like Google Calendar, Google Drive, and Google Photos. If you already use any of these services, having a Gmail account makes it seamless to switch between them. A look at Gmail's interface. Before we dive into setting up your Gmail account, let's take a quick look at the Gmail interface. Familiarizing yourself with the layout will make it easier to navigate once you have your own account. When you first log into Gmail, you'll see your inbox, which is where your incoming emails will appear. Think of this like your virtual mailbox. On the left side of the screen, you'll see a series of tabs, including Inbox, Starred, Sent, and Drafts. Navigating to Gmail. Now that you have a basic understanding of Gmail's interface, let's talk about how to access it. To use Gmail, you'll need an internet connection and a web browser. which is a program that allows you to access websites. Some common web browsers include Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Safari. If you're not sure which web browser you have, you can ask a family member or friend for help. They can show you how to open your preferred web browser. Setting up your Gmail account. Setting up your Gmail account is the first exciting step towards diving into the world of email. It's a gateway to staying connected with friends, family, and the world. Don't worry if it seems daunting at first. I'm here to guide you through it one step at a time. With a little patience, you'll be navigating your new email account with ease. Let's start by opening your web browser. This is the program you use to access the internet. This could be Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, or another browser you prefer. Each browser has its own unique features, but they all work similarly for this purpose. With your web browser open, type www.gmail.com into the address bar at the top of the screen and press Enter. This will direct you to the Gmail website. This will take you to the Gmail homepage where you can start the process of creating your new email account. Look for a button that says Create Account and click on it. This button is your entry point to setting up your new Gmail account. It's usually in a prominent place, so you shouldn't have trouble finding it. Once you click it, you'll be on your way to setting up your new email account. Follow the on-screen instructions to fill out the necessary information, such as your name, desired email address, and password. Take your time to ensure everything is correct. Congratulations! You've just taken the first step towards mastering email. Now, let's explore the features of your new Gmail account. Choosing your username and password is a critical step in setting up your Gmail account. Your username is essentially your email address, so it needs to be unique but also easy for you to remember. Try using a combination of your first and last name and perhaps a number that has significance to you, like your birth year. If your desired username is already taken, Gmail will provide several alternatives. You can also try adding a middle initial or another number to make it unique. For instance, if john.doe@gmail.com is already taken, you might try john.a.doe1945@gmail.com. Keep experimenting until you find one that fits and is available. Securing your Gmail account is essential to protect your personal information and maintain your privacy. One of the first steps in this process is adding a recovery phone number or email address. This allows Gmail to help you regain access if you ever forget your password or get locked out of your account. When prompted, enter your phone number. Google will send a verification code to this number. Simply type the code you receive into the designated field to verify your phone number. This step adds an extra layer of security by ensuring that only you have access to your account. After securing your account, the next step is entering personal information. Gmail asks for details such as your birthday and gender. These details help Google customize your experience and provide age-appropriate content. To enter this information, simply fill in the fields as prompted. If you're not comfortable sharing certain details, that's okay. Some fields are optional, and you can choose to skip them. However, providing accurate information can enhance the functionality and security of your account. For example, if you forget your password, Google might use your birthday as a part of the recovery process. The final steps in setting up your Gmail account involve verification and customizing your inbox. First, let's verify your account. This is a crucial step to ensure you're the legitimate owner of the email address. You might have already received a verification code on your phone number. Enter this code into the designated field to complete the verification process. This step is essential to protect your account from unauthorized access and to ensure that you can recover your account if you ever forget your password or lose access. If you're using a recovery email instead, check that email account for a message from Google. It will contain a verification link that you need to click on. This link will redirect you to a page where you can confirm your email address. Make sure to check your spam or junk folder if you don't see the email in your inbox. Sometimes important emails can end up there by mistake. This step confirms you have access to the recovery email address and can use it to recover your account if needed. Once you've completed the verification process, you can proceed to customize your inbox settings. This includes organizing your emails, setting up filters, and choosing a theme that suits your style. Taking the time to personalize your inbox will make your email experience more enjoyable and efficient. You're almost there. Now that you've filled out all the necessary information, Gmail wants to make sure it's really you. This is where verification comes in. Think of it like confirming your address when you move into a new home. Gmail will send a verification code to the phone number you provided. This is a short, unique code that you'll need to enter back into Gmail to prove you have access to that phone number. Before you can dive into the world of email, Gmail needs you to agree to its privacy and terms. This might seem like a boring formality, but it's important to understand what you're agreeing to. Think of it like reading the rules of a new game before you start playing. The privacy and terms explain how Google collects, uses, and protects your information. Congratulations! You've successfully created your Gmail account. You're now looking at your inbox, which is like the main hub of your email account. This is where all your incoming emails will appear, like digital letters from friends and family. Think of your inbox as your virtual mailbox. It's where you'll receive messages, notifications, and updates from the people and organizations you choose to connect with. Now let's take a closer look at the Gmail interface. On the left side of the screen, you'll see a menu with various options. Think of this menu as a set of drawers, each containing different tools and features. You'll see familiar tabs like Inbox, where your new emails arrive, Starred, where you can mark important messages, and Sent, which keeps a record of all the emails you've sent. Now that you're familiar with the Gmail interface, let's dive deeper into managing your inbox. Your inbox is like your digital command center, and keeping it organized will make your email experience much smoother. Think of it like tidying up your house. A little organization goes a long way. One of the easiest ways to manage your inbox is by using Gmail's built-in folders. You'll see these on the left-hand side of your screen, labeled as Inbox, Starred, Sent, and Drafts. These folders act like categories, helping you sort your emails and quickly find what you need. Now comes the exciting part, composing your first email. Don't worry, it's much easier than you might think. Just like writing a letter, you'll need a recipient, a subject, and a message. To start a new email, look for the Compose button, usually located in the top left corner of your screen. It might be a colorful button or a simple icon with a plus sign. Click on it, and a new window will pop up, ready for your masterpiece. Adding a personal touch. Now comes the fun part, writing your message. This is where you can let your personality shine through. Just like in a handwritten letter, you can share your thoughts, feelings, and updates with your recipient. Click on the large white space below the subject line and start typing. Don't worry about making mistakes. You can always edit your message before sending it. You can also change the font size, color, and style if you like. Sending and receiving with confidence. You're almost ready to send your first email. Before you do, take a deep breath and remember that it's okay to make mistakes. Everyone stumbles a bit when they're first learning something new, and email is no exception. Once you're happy with your message, look for the Send button, usually located at the bottom of the Compose window. Click on it, and your email will be delivered to your recipient's inbox in an instant. It's like sending a letter at the speed of light. Your email journey begins. Congratulations! You've reached the end of this guide and are now equipped with the knowledge to navigate the world of email. Remember that learning something new takes time and practice. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and ask for help along the way. Think back to when you first learned to ride a bike. It probably felt a bit wobbly at first, but with each attempt, you gained more confidence and skill. Email is no different. The more you use it, the more comfortable and proficient you'll become. Staying connected and supported. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. If you encounter any roadblocks or have questions along the way, don't hesitate to reach out for support. Your friends, family members, and local community centers are valuable resources. Many community centers offer technology classes specifically designed for seniors. These classes provide a supportive and encouraging environment to learn at your own pace, ask questions, and connect with others who are also new to the digital world.